Hello, I'm Pastor Jeremy Combs, and we're going to pause for a proverb. Let's go. Proverbs chapter 10 and verse number 11. The mouth of a righteous man is a well of life, but violence covereth the mouth of the wicked. It was Peter Marshall who once said the solemn thing about words is that before you speak them, you are their master. After you speak them, they are your master. Wow, that's a great quote. A wise and righteous man digs deep into the knowledge of God and brings up only words that will edify and encourage all others that are around him. His dialogue brings decisive words of deliverance to others. It's like a well in the Middle East, as referred to here. It's just a well of life that you can drink and it can parch your thirsty soul. The wicked cannot help what comes out of their mouth. Their mouth is covered in, the word here is violence. Violence means to wrong, to oppress, to damage. He has no control of his heart, so his mouth follows suit. Even when the wicked man is not looking to insult or injure others, he does. For unlike the righteous man, his words are not mastered by him, but rather he is mastered by his words. He is constantly stuck in dilemma and distress, all originating in the foolish recesses of his heart. He is a slave to his own foolish words. And how sad that is that so many good people are a slave to their mouth. Verse number 12, hatred stirreth up strifes, but love covereth all sins. Everyone, whether fair or not, has a reputation. Some are considered to be a blessing, and they're enjoyable to have in company. They're helpful, they're encouraging, and in times of difficulty, they will always make the situation better and not worse. They're the people that have a loving or a kind spirit. They'll love and help others no matter what kind of a jam they find themselves in. These are the kind of people that are loving. They cover up sins. Others are considered a burden. That would be considered tolerable at best. They don't help, but rather they're always criticizing and critiquing. In difficult situations, things always go from bad to worse when these individuals get involved. They're people that have according to the book of Proverbs, a hateful spirit. So whether you're a blessing or a burden, it begins with your attitude, or we would say your spirit. Well, God is love. When we follow and obey him, his spirit kind of rubs off on us. We become walking peacemakers as God designed us to be. But when we go on our own way, our nature is back to its old ways. It's hatefulness, and with this comes nothing but constant strife and contention. So, how's your attitude? Be careful. It really does show. Verse number 13, in the lips of him that hath understanding, wisdom is found. But a rod is for the back of him that is void of understanding. A true mark of wisdom is not how much comes in, but rather really how much goes out. Wisdom comes in through our ears and then also through our eyes, but it exits through our words and through our walk, our living. This is how wisdom can be identified before it ever comes out of someone's lips by the way they live, by how they're walking. You will never find wisdom in the lips of a person who lives foolishly. And if they do have it, it's purely by accident. However, any person who is living life wisely will always have sound advice to follow. Think about the people you go to when you're in a pinch or you're in a time of trouble. You don't just pick anybody. You don't pick somebody who's in the gutter or whose life is in constant turmoil. You find somebody that has it all together, that we would consider to maybe be the real deal, and that's who you go to. Wisdom, if not applied to one's life, by the way, that's understanding, is not only of no reward, but it also can bring great rebuke. God always gives greater responsibility to those who have received his word. If a person hears wisdom and foolishly refuses to apply it to their life, they will bring swift retribution, kind of like a stubborn ox who must be whipped in order to get it to move forward. So, what will you do with the wisdom that you're receiving today? Hey, thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.